So remember when I said in a video that 2023 might be the year we see a resurrection, a resurgence in pro wrestling all across the globe? Well, it looks like we're starting to see the beginning tidbits of that. Basically, the beginning foundation being laid down for that to occur. I mean, we saw what happened with the Rumble. You can take it if you will, but that basically is considered one of the better Rumbles in quite some time. Especially with the fact that for the first time ever, you had both the men's and the women's Royal Rumble not main event the show. Instead, you closed it out with what everybody is arguably saying is the best storyline in pro wrestling right now. Now, with that said, you also have what happened at Wrestle Kingdom Night 2 a couple weeks ago with Okada and what's his name, Korijima or something like that. Basically the two champions of the respective companies. That being Okada for New Japan and Korijima, I think, for Pro Wrestling Noah. Where he's the GHS heavyweight champion. And of course, Okada is the IWGP champion. So, you had that going on. And of course, 16 days or 17 days before, at the first night of Wrestle Kingdom, you had basically the debut of Mercedes Moné, basically confronting Kyrie. And you're going to have those two facing each other in a couple of weeks, actually, I think, here in my backyard of California, mostly in San Jose, which is actually not too far from the Central Valley, but still. You're going to have them facing each other. And then, on top of that, we got more wrestling coming to the Bay Area, to the Northern Central California region. Because recently we had Fresno host AEW. Now, in about a month, we're going to have the Cow Palace. Or is it, no, not the Cow Palace, but Chase Center in San Francisco hosting AEW Revolution. And then to follow that up, they're going to have, I think, Dynamite and Dark at the Cow Palace. Dynamite and Rampage, I should say, and Dark Elevation by extension at the Cow Palace. So, yeah, things are popping big for pro wrestling here in the Bay, here in the Northern California region. But still, you look at the build that they're doing for Revolution. MJF, Danielson. How we're going to get to that. We're going to get Joe and Waldro. Again at Revolution. I'm assuming that's going to be anything goes. Maybe to unify both belts, the ROH and AEW belts. Who knows? So we got Waldro and Joe being set up for that. We probably have a rematch between the Guns and the Acclaimed being set up for Revolution, depending on the outcome of next Wednesday. And then, of course, we have Ricky Starks and Chris Jericho being set up, and also I think right now we're having the beginning stages of the AEW originals against the AEW outsiders for the women. We're getting the beginning stages of that, and now and to add into it, what everybody expected to occur is there's going to be some trust issues with Ruby, because even Britt stated, hey, those are your girls, that being Saraya and Toni Storm, and that she's known them longer, so why should we trust you if you've come from where they came from, kind of deal. So yeah, there's the potential of that becoming something big as the year goes on, probably leading to the first women's blood and guts match on television, but we'll have to see. So yeah, a lot of things are really just, like I said, popping off in a big way, and it definitely feels that looking at these first little tidbits here and there for wrestling as a whole, it definitely feels like the resurgence, the resurrection of wrestling, period, from a fan's perspective and enjoyment, is really starting to, hit that stride that it needs to hit. Everybody loved the 30th anniversary of Raw. Everybody loved that. You know, you got MLW getting a new television deal with Reels. You know, it's a Reels being a network that everybody, and I mean everybody, has, you know, cable-wise. So if I want to watch, you know, MLW, I can watch it. I mean, yeah, they tried to have a deal with Vice. I don't know what happened there. But now they got a deal with Reels, who I think is more in more homes than Vice. So that's a good thing for them, more content. Hopefully this year Access TV will expand outside of just local markets and providers and everything, expand onward. Well, you also got Twitch and other ways of doing it too, but still, the point is hopefully that's going to change as well. But the overall consensus here, ladies and gentlemen, is, you know, what I said in that video earlier is coming to factuality, if you will, to factuality. I don't know if that's a word or not, but that's what it's coming to. It's coming to factuality as we speak, you know, for all of wrestling. It really is. And I'm excited. I saw Raw for the first time completely. Like I said, when I watched the 30th anniversary, I enjoyed it. I've watched a little bit of the Royal Rumble so far. I've enjoyed the men's. I'm in the process of finishing up watching the women's. And then maybe I'll watch the other content there as well. But I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. I really am. And I cannot wait to see what else they have planned for the rest of this year. I really can't. Yeah, it's an exciting time. It is definitely an exciting time, especially with the fact that if you're a wrestling company like an AEW, like a WWE, you're doing what you can to make yourself look good, to either get a better television contract with your current television partners, that, you know, for WWE, that being USA and Fox, and, you know, for AEW, you know, you're doing your best you can to make yourself look good, to try to get a stronger deal with your current partner, that being Warner Bros. Discovery, you know, through the likes of TBS and TNT. So this is definitely an exciting year. I mean, yeah, we've already had one tragedy, unfortunately. We just had the, you know, with Jay Briscoe passing away due to the car accident. We recently found out that Lanny Poffo, the genius, passed away today. So yeah, you know, we've had a few losses already, you know, tragically and naturally, I guess. I'm not really sure. But overall, besides that, from an in-ring and storytelling perspective and a building up resurgence perspective, I think 2023 is definitely off to a good start. It is definitely looking like it's going to be the resurgence of pro wrestling, you know, from a fan's enjoyment. It's going to be a huge resurgence from a fan's enjoyment, probably bigger than I think anybody can imagine, bigger than anybody could possibly imagine, in my opinion. That's all I can really say. Because think about this. You got, like I said, WWE-wise, you got probably what everybody's considering the best story in wrestling going on right now, with Sami Zayn and the Bloodline, and how that's going to culminate maybe with Sami versus Roman, you know, at Elimination Chamber, or at least partially culminate there. And then you got WrestleMania after that with Cody and Roman. You know, it's just, you know, what a year to be alive, if you will, if you're a pro wrestling fan right now. Like I said, with the exception of the few unfortunate situations that occurred, what a time to really just be alive as a fan and, you know, just enjoy wrestling as it's meant to be. You know, it is just a great opportunity. I mean, you look at the fact that WrestleMania, according to a lot of people, already has its card set up, or at least in the process of being finalized and everything. You know, you can't ask for anything else. I mean, then again, like I say, you look at Revolution, you got Danielson MJF there, probably most likely in the 60-minute Iron Man match. Wardlow Joe, you know, a continuation of the AEW original women against the outsider women. You know, you got all this. You got all this going on. You also have this being touted as Sting's last year actively in the ring, because his contract apparently will be coming up, and he's going to be hanging it up after that. So who knows how they're going to let him go out. Maybe they'll let him go out, AEW that is, as champion. You know, let him retire on top, and then that way you can, you know, vacate the title and then do something new, get somebody new and fresh to win it afterwards. Maybe Darby could win it. You know, what a way to kind of have like a true, you know, passing of the torch by, you know, maybe Sting facing Darby in a match and then Darby going on to be champion. What a way to pass the torch of saying, hey, you're the new Sting of this generation. You know, what a compliment that would be. You have the great Muta Kenji Moto retiring. You know, going out the way he wants to go out. I mean, all these things and more. It's just, again, what I said in that one video is coming true. It so far has been coming true. It is so far coming true to because of the fact that you're seeing the foundations being built upon now for this resurrection, for this resurgence to happen. You could see it, and I, for one, am ready for it. And I know others that I follow, like Just Alex, JD from NY206, Solomonster, OTRS Central. I know they're all ready for it as well. Even Brian Zane of Wrestling with Regret, he's ready for it. And you know, we're just gonna have to hitch our horses and go along for the ride and see where it takes us. That's all I'm gonna say. But what do you guys think of this first, you know, month of pro wrestling in 2023? Do you think that resurgence, that resurrection, and fan support and fan enjoyment has returned, or is beginning its return? Or do you think there's still a lot more to go? Let me know down below in the comments, as well as in the live chat during the premiere. Like the video, and I am out.